Hello guys, welcome to Bikes, Bibles, and Coffee. And today, instead of riding with Moto Michael, we're going to be working on the bike with Moto Michael. This here is what I have is my 2004 Suzuki Intruder Volusia, the 800, and it's been an amazing bike. This was my first bike. I was hit in this bike actually, and I actually rode it home from the accident. I didn't want to pulling it up on the trailer or up on the tow truck, so I decided to ride it home instead. No muffler, no lights, no pipes, not much of anything. But my wife followed me home. Trooper gave us permission and we brought her home, did some repairs. But today we are doing some maintenance.
Blessings, brothers, and welcome to Bikes, Bibles, and Coffee. I have your cup waiting for you. Grab a bag to go by clicking the link in the description.
So what we're going to do today is change out the radiator fluid and clean that out and put some fresh antifreeze in it. I went with the Pre-Stone antifreeze coolant. It's for all vehicles, but the specs on it is the same specs for the motorcycle. They didn't have in stock what I was wanting, so that was the best thing they had that was in stock. Gear oil, I'm going to put some fresh Driveshaft gear oil in it. We're going to change that out while we're here, and we're going to put a new headlight in it. My headlight is out and went out a couple days ago, so we got to get that fixed as well. So I've got a new headlight to put in it, but we're going to upgrade it. I have a new LED headlight that's going to go in and get rid of the old school headlight. And let's see, that's all we're going to do for today. Next week, we're going to tackle the clutch plates and put new clutch plates in. Now, I'll tell you guys, I've never done any mechanic work on a motorcycle before. This is my first motorcycle. I've done some things to it. I put the lights on it, the underglow lights. I did install those on here. I installed the Apple CarPlay, the speaker mounts that are mounted up here. I installed those. I did, after the accident, I did install the temporary tail light that's on the back. I installed new pipes, new mufflers, but I had to get those in chrome. I couldn't find those in black without paying out the bukus for it. So I bought used chrome, scratched them down, and painted them myself. And then this little guy right here, this windshield, I did put it on. I kind of did my own fabrication and made that work just to cover up my CarPlay and my speaker. What else did I do this thing? Oh yeah, I did order, so I already ordered clutch plates. I ordered a carburetor rebuild kit. I haven't done that yet. I thought I was going to need it, but I don't think I did. I think I kind of figured out what was going on there. I still got to do some adjustments on that, but I've got to take all this off to get to that, and that's going to be in the next week or two probably. What else did we do? And brakes. I've got rear brakes ready to go on. I haven't put them on yet. I did get the front brakes put on. One thing I learned on that is, if you're new, do not completely drain that master cylinder. I was wanting to just clean everything out. It was a little smoky. The brake fluid wanted to clean that out. So I just undid the brake lines, sprayed it all out with some brake cleaner, sprayed out the master cylinder with brake cleaner, got that cleaned out real good, sprayed out the front brake calipers, got that cleaned out really good. Little did I know is that was the no-no. So leave your fluid in the master cylinder and just keep pumping it and pouring new fresh brake fluid in it and keep pumping it till clear brake fluid comes out. That's the best way to do it. It took me 2 days to get that master cylinder to get pressure and it built up again. You know, I almost thought that I tore it up, so I actually ended up ordering a new master cylinder. Overnight, it came in the next day. It came in just literally 5 minutes after I started building pressure up on that master cylinder. So I continued doing what I was doing, got it bled out. Bike's been running great ever since as far as the brakes are concerned. So I never did install the new master cylinder. I still got it, but I haven't installed it. What else? that's really about it other than typical maintenance. This is my third set of tires on this bike. Well, let's see. Yeah, my third set of tires on this bike. So, all right guys, so let's get to it. That's what we're gonna do. First, we gotta remove the rear seat, this seat, disconnect the tank. I'm not going to take it all the way off. I don't feel like I need to disconnect the fuel lines and all that just to get to right here. I think I can just pull it back enough to get to the radiator cap. I didn't see a way to drain this radiator hose from the bottom. I don't see a plug, but I'm going to continue to look again one more time when see if I need to take this shroud off. I don't think I do. From the videos I've watched, it was remove the two covers here, access the overflow tank, and drain it from the hose at the overflow tank. So that's what I'm thinking I'm going to do. So, all right, guys, there she is. I got this bike real quick. When was it? 3 years ago, just a little bit over 3 years ago. It had 10,000 miles on it. It's a 04. It was 19 years old when I got it. Had 10,000 miles on it. I am pushing 43,000 miles now, almost 43,000. So that is what, 33,000 miles on this bike in 3 years, not including the mileage I put on that bike, about 1,000 miles. My M109R, I put about 10,000 miles on it the year that I had it. So I've logged right at 45,000 miles in the last 3 years of riding. So there it is, guys. That's what we're going to do. And let's get started on the radiator first. We're going to do radiator first, and then I think we're going to tackle the headlight second, and then do the gear oil, see where we're at if we got time for that. That's the plan. All right, guys. Let's get to it. Let's see. First off, I'm pretty sure these are standard. I don't think these work on this back here. I'm going to try it again. I don't think they do, if I remember correctly. Yeah, these are standard. Pretty close. I think I'm gonna have to pull out my hose in. I might have to put it in the bag. I think those Allen wrenches for this are in this bag right here, actually. Yeah. So let's do that. Actually, I think it's in the toolkit, the original toolkit, to be honest. Let's see. What do we got? I don't think it is in here. I think it's in the toolkit. I think it is, actually. Yeah. Almost certain it's in that toolkit. These were just extra tools I threw in here. Yeah. All right. Toolkit. I guess we're going to take this cover off first before we do the seats. All right. So that guy just comes right off. Key back. This guy right here just comes right on off, actually. And there's our toolkit. So I know the Allen wrench I need for this is in here. Just about everything I need for this is in here. Except for like, I've got my tire patch kit all in that bag over there that we just took off. No, that's not it. That's not it, that's not it. Let's see, what do we got here? We'll just dump these out. There it is. That's what we're looking for right there. All right. Is that it? That's too big. Yeah. Where's my Allen wrench for that? I know this doesn't fit. Yes, it does. Wrong way. Wrong way. All right. So get this seat removed. Try to fast forward through some of this if I can. Still pretty new at this editing, so trying to figure that out. So there's the back seat removed. We'll put that nut right there. That bolt, I mean. Then we got this guy. Over here. And you're too small. Let's just use this guy. Let's make it easy. And then we'll fight it. Okay, guys, let's see. Dad's going in. I was watching him. I keep an eye on that old man. He came out, try to get some fresh air. Now he's trying to get back in the house. All right, there's that. I'm going to remove this seat right here. See how easy that was. Set that down there. All right. Yeah, I do have a fuel pump. I knew I had a fuel pump because a friend of mine was asking me about that last week. We were checking them out, and I knew I had a fuel pump. I just forgot. So actually, while I've got this off, I want to take a picture of that and send that to him because he said his wife has the same bike. And they don't have a fuel pump. I knew I did, but then it made me question myself, and it's been a while since I've had that seat off, so I totally forgot that that was even there. But yeah, guys, let me know if this bike is not supposed to have a fuel pump or not, because this one does. So I'm gonna take a picture of it right there. That way I can send that to him later, and let him see. Because I thought I did, because I've heard it. And then they made me question myself because it doesn't always come on. And it seems like the only time I hear it come on is when the bike is running, you know, or when I turn the bike off, it might still be running. And when they told me that, I've got to think, well, maybe I'm hearing the fan, because I do hear the fan. But I do have a fuel pump, and it doesn't belong right here. This is not where it goes. If the bike is supposed to have a fuel pump, this isn't where it goes. If it is supposed to have a fuel pump, again, this is not where it's supposed to go. Maybe there was a fuel filter here and they changed it to a fuel pump. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty 99.9% confident that that's aftermarket. It doesn't belong on this bike, nor does it belong there. Because these red and blue wires right here do come from that fuel pump. So, all right, there's that though. So yeah, we do have a fuel pump. Okay, let's get that tank scooted back, shall we? It might give me a little chance to straighten a few things up that I've been meaning to do, but I've had to remove this tank to do it anyway. So now is a good time to address those issues while I'm in here. Like I said, I'm not going to remove this tank completely if I don't have to. It's been a while since I've had this tank off. Now I'm thinking about it, I bet it's been, well, probably close to a year, because it was about a year ago when I mastered this master cylinder and put those front brakes on. And so that was probably, and I didn't have to take off for that either. So, dude, it's been a while since I've had this tank and seat off. Look how dirty that is. I mean, look how clean that is, and look how dirty this is. It's been a long time since I've had this off. Usually I don't have to get in here that often. I mean, even for an oil change and basic maintenance, you don't really have to remove the tank, other than when you're changing plugs, and even then you don't really have to remove the tank. It does help a lot. But yeah, I think I've only had this tank off a couple of times, actually. I think the first time I took it off was to put the lights on, those LED lights, the underglow lights. Okay, so there's my radiator cap right there. So I think I can just make me a funnel for my water bottle right there, and that'll be just fine. I do have, I gotta straighten that up a little bit. So a couple things I need to address in here, maybe clean that up. All right, so there's that. Let's see, what else do we got? And again, keep in mind, guys, I've never done mechanic work on a bike, so everything you're seeing me do is pretty much the first time for it. I normally work on my own vehicles, my own truck. It's like sitting over there. I've always done my own maintenance and my own mechanic work on my vehicles. Always have. Now, when it comes to motorcycles, this is my first bike again, and I used to own a dirt bike when I was a teenager, but totally different ball game, and I really didn't do a whole lot to that bike in the few years that I had it. So everything I'm doing is just completely new. I watched a couple of YouTube videos on how to change out the antifreeze, how to do the gear oil, how to swap out the lights. I pretty much have a general idea how to do that anyway, but it's just setting the light at its proper place. And I'm going to go, there's a motorcycle shop next town over that I visit quite often called Heritage Cycles. You guys, if you're riding through White House, it's I-65 going into Kentucky or coming out of Kentucky. It's like the third, fourth exit from the Kentucky state line in Tennessee. So, and they're about a mile from the interstate. Get off, check them out. Pretty cool guy. And him and his wife, they run the place. But yeah. And he actually he's the one who changed the tires on that bike over there a couple months back, actually. So, okay, let's get started. Find some tools. What do we got here? Yeah, I know it's a lot smaller. And it's gonna be, actually let me drag this bag over here, because pretty much everything I'm gonna need is in this bag, I know I'm not gonna be using those any, no. All right, everything else we might be using some. What's going on here? I don't think I've ever had this cover off. This is one cover. I've had this off. I've never had these covers off right here. I've never had the covers off on the other side either. So, first time for everything on this round. On this video, like I said, never had to work on bikes before. So we're learning. I don't like doing this on the gravel, but you can obviously tell I don't have a paved driveway, and I don't have a garage either, so wish I did. So usually all my work on my bikes consists of right here in the driveway. I don't like doing that. All right. Well, look how cobwebs up in there. Geez, I wouldn't have thought that. I mean, she doesn't sit long enough for cobwebs to get in there. She literally gets rode dang near every day. Now, I don't know how long it sit before I got it. All right, so some of this is different than what I was seeing. My reservoir looks different than everybody else's reservoir. So, I don't know what's going on there. So I'm guessing this is my thermostat back here. I'm going to guess we shouldn't have to mess with that. Let's see. That's just a cover. That's just a metal cover, isn't it? That's all that is. That's all that is. It's just a metal cover. Okay. So, I could probably just take that off. It might make it easier to get to the hose right here. Yeah? Okay. Let's try that out. What do we got? Okay, Let's see. What do we have here? I think all these are going to be too big. That's what I thought. So that's probably going to be, what? What's that going to be? That's a 7/16, that ain't right. 3/8. That should be metric. It's not 3/8 either. Everything should be metric. What is this? You know, it's one of those things where if you need a standard, everything you pick up is a metric. When you need a metric, everything you pick up is a standard. Maybe 7. I know that's got to be 2. Yeah. I'm sure it's probably around 9. I'm kind of curious. 11:30 seconds. That's what I thought. What is this? What do we got? We don't know. 3/8, yeah. All right. I'm gonna have to go digging in the freaking box, aren't I? What is this? 7. Yeah, it's gonna make me dig in the toolbox, which is what I was trying to avoid. I really don't want to get into this guy. There's just too much in here. All right, so we're going to pull a lot of stuff out of here. Okay. Still digging. All right, what do we got in here? What is this? What is this? What do we got? A 9. That might be what we need. And I don't know. I think that's a 9 too. All right. Really? So the 9 is too big, 7 is too small. You know how hard it is to find a freaking 8. That's an almost impossible task right there. I don't have a nice mechanic toolbox where everything is laid out all nice and neat. I've got a 100-pound toolbox. 200-pound toolboxes actually. One toolbox is all ratchets, sockets, and drivers. The other toolbox is wrenches and pliers. And they're both about 100 pounds apiece. So I gotta dig through stuff to find what we were looking for. It's crazy. Some of them are so rusted you can't even read what's on it. You know what? I think we're gonna make that work. Absolutely. And I get to try out my new tool. Maybe. So let's see what we got. Sweet. Haven't got to use this yet, so let's see how this does. I know I don't need it for this, but I just want to play with it. All right, need the driver. the extension. Okay. Let's see. What else do we got? We got this one. Is it just those two? Let's see. Okay. So those are the same lengths. Cool. So I've got a metal washer on this one, rubber washer there. Let's see. Oh yeah, that guy right there. So there's 3. Okay. Like that guy. There's a metal washer on that one too. Okay, cool. I'll go ahead and put those on so we don't lose them. All right, there's that. Okay, so it's got spacers in here. Okay, cool. I know what those are for. Let's see. Rubber. There was no rubber piece on that one. And no rubber piece on the top one either. So that's the only one that had the piece of rubber on it. So looks like whoever took this apart before did not put these rubber pieces back on. Now, okay, yeah, there's rubber there, there's rubber, there's rubber. So, is that rubber? Let's see. What is that? What is in there? Okay, so yeah, there's rubber in there too. Okay, so there should be 6 rubber washers, and this one only has 4. Okay. Let's make a mental note of that. All right, so now we can get right here and get to this guy. That might be the 7 that we were looking at. I think it's smaller than a 7, actually. Yeah, it's way smaller than a 7. She's a nizzle. How do you get much smaller than a 7? I think it's smaller than a 6, to be honest with you. It'll be a little tiny guy. I should have something that'll fit that. However, let's see. What is this? 3/16? And it's too small. That's freaking funny. Let's see, what else do we have here? I got a 6. It says 6 fits. Ooh, it does fit. All right, cool. There you go. Let's see where we at. So we ain't gonna spin it too fast, just a little bit. Okay. There we go. She broke loose pretty good. All right. Typically I would use an oil pan. I can't find my oil pan anywhere right now. So, don't tell the wife, but I stole one of her pans. I'm hoping she won't miss it too much. She might. All right, so how are we going to tackle this? Let's see, drivers. What do we got here? Let's see. We can just break that loose just a little bit around. It dripped a little bit of water out while I was loosening it a while ago, so. Okay, let's see what that does, if anything. Let's see. Come on, baby. Come on out of there. You can do it. Ah, there we go. I mean, that antifreeze looks pretty good. I mean, it's a tad dark, but not too awful bad. Better than I thought it was going to look, I'll say that. See if we can drain out of there what we can. All right, I gotta take a potty break. I'll be right back. Stop recording.